Is AI going to take over your job? Yes, but at the same time, no, it is not going to take over your job. Now, here's why. I'm sure many of you recently read the news about how Anthropic, an AI company behind Claude, bought millions of books written before 2022. They scanned them and destroyed all of them. Now, this video essay is not going to focus on the ethical implications of that and the dangers behind it, because there are plenty of accounts and individuals voicing out about that, and they are pretty brilliant. Instead, I would love to focus on the fact that AI companies need clean and pure data, especially data that is not crunched out or influenced by AI. I believe this is key to the question which I raised earlier in this video. Will AI replace our job? No, they will not. At least not the time being. But at the same time, they will take our jobs as well. Now, let me dive deeper into this. So the most telling point about AI companies needing pure and clean data is this, that they are dependent upon humans. These AI machines are basically just hungry machines that need to be fed. They need to be fed with proper food. And in this case, they are proper whole foods. Their proper whole foods are basically content written by humans, generated by humans, or created by humans. Just as how we need proper nutrition, protein, starch, vitamins, the AI machines need their protein, starch, and vitamins equivalent as well. And of course, just as how we humans, we can't depend on junk food, the machines can't depend on AI generated work as well, because that is not going to help them advance their models. They can only create as much as what has been fed to them. This actually highlights the superiority of human species over the machines. Now, let me explain why. If you think deeper into this, AI can only generate as much as we feed them. Now, this tells us that if we stop feeding them, they are not going to be able to function. They can only create so much. Their limit is dependent on the limit that we feed them. Whereas we, humans, we are beings that constantly create and generate things. So now let's get down to definitions. Now, when I say we humans are able to generate things, what I mean by that is our works are such that is created and advanced with a certain telos in mind. And when I say telos, I mean a particular goal, direction, and purpose. In other words, we don't just make things for the sake of it. We make things and we create things in a way that helps us either solve a problem or enhances our life, or we even create things for our enjoyment. Now, take technology as an example in the area of transportation. With cars and airplanes, we are able to travel to places we never thought we'd be able to travel to in a pretty magnificent speed compared to many centuries ago. And when we look at the area of aesthetics, we have architecture, we have art, and we have poetry, and we have stories. All these things which we create and improve on gives us a sense of enjoyment when we look at them or when we consume them. And when we look at society and culture, we manage to build systems for humans to live in together, and we see cities built as well. All these things that we do in the area of aesthetics, technology, culture, and society, they add value into our lives. They add value into the world. It highlights how we are different from machines. Now, coming back to Anthropic buying millions of books, scanning them and destroying them. All these goes to show that AI requires what we have. They require our intellect. They require our ingenuity in order to survive. So coming back to the initial question, will AI replace your job? Yes. But if and only if you rely on AI to build and add value into your work. The reason why I say that will happen is because whatever value that AI adds into your work are basically just what has been fed to AI. It's just vomiting them out again. The only way for you as a thinking and creative human not to be replaced by AI is to constantly build and create and even advance certain things. Now, I'm not saying you can't use AI at all, that's besides the point. But when it comes to building, creating, and advancing certain things, we humans contain more ingenuity as compared to AI, because AI is dependent on what we can give. I would say AI is just a machine that regurgitates information that has been fed to it. Instead of asking, will AI replace me or you? The better question would be, what can we do which AI is unable to replicate? To phrase it differently, what can we do that can add new value by which the machines are unable to do? Or even, what can we do which will cause the machines to look at us and say, man, I envy this person for being able to do this. Whether you know it or not, these machines can only be as superior as we feed it. If we are going to feed it with rotten content, it's only going to be rotten. It's only going to produce rotten results. Whereas we humans, we have the ability to grow, to evolve, to take on different values and to add on different values into all the things that we build and create. In addition to all this, we humans have so much more lived experience compared to the machines, which has none of it. We are able to tell stories, and we are able to use these stories to build things, to create things, to give so much more meaning to our lives. And this is one of the aspects for us to be human, to continuously build, create, and advance to a certain telos, a particular goal, purpose, and direction. We are never static. In fact, we are always active. And this is what it takes for us to not to be replaced by AI. Are you going to depend on AI to create value for you? If you are, I'm sorry to say, quite likely you will be replaced by AI. If the trajectory of AI companies continue on, where machines require human intellect to grow, I suspect one day the human intellect would be a form of asset which AI companies would want to acquire. Who knows, one day there will be a special job called the intelligence laborer, where all we do is just create content and feed it to the machines. Damn, I could probably write a dystopian fiction out of this. At the end of the day, this is just the machine's way of conceding and revealing their greatest weakness. Are you going to continuously allow the machines to leech on you? Or are you going to stand up, exploit, and fight against these machines? The choice is yours.